Hello everyone. This is my ugly mug, and it won't be with you for long. We're just about to get it into the game, and it's going to be Team Singularity coming up against Apeks, so you don't have to fear about that. But we do have the maps. Just a quick rundown of the veto. It is going to be Overpass, the first map. We got Singularity picking up that one, and then Vertigo as a follow up by Apeks, and then Inferno as a decider if we need it. So those are the maps that we'll be going through. The Singularity did have a pretty strong game against Game Legion last time in Overpass when it wasn't their map pick. It was actually Game Legion's map pick. So good signs there for that. But we'll see if they can do similar here against Apeks, because they almost took the map pick of Game Legion away. So almost had it, but unfortunately, my face has to depart you, as we are going to be heading into the game. As it is going to be Overpass. Apeks starting out on that CT side, while Team Singularity, they'll try their hand at the offense. And it is going to be, well, plenty of utility for Team Singularity here into the pistol round. It is 4 flashbangs, a couple smokes as they go pretty heavy towards this B site, taking early short control. They're actually going to wrap in towards Connector. And oh, this is interesting, because Apeks, they've taken a lot of ground over by the fountain. But Dennis, he's going to hear those steps. He's going to spot them out, takes a big chunk of damage. But there's a teammate here as well, Freddy Frog, who will avenge his teammate. But it's Team Singularity who worked their way into the A site. The flashbang completely blinding up Remoy. He just goes straight past Grasson, the Norwegian, hiding in the corner. And he finds a couple quick kills. SMF able to finally quell that threat, and it's left in a 2-on-1. Both of these Singularity players ever so low, and Freddy Frog, already a kill to his name. He's going to actually be rotating down towards the connector already. He might be able to catch this bomb before it gets planted. He'll hear that drop. He's not in position to deny the plant. It's around the back of the boxes, but he can surely tag SMF. Actually, no. SMF exits around the back of the site instead. Grasson, is his work all going to be left in vain here, as Freddy Frog does tap away the first Larson, rather. He's left now 1v1, but does he know where Freddy Frog was playing from? No, the silenced USP. Going to take it all away from Singularity. Freddy Frog, he'll get himself a clean little 1v2 there to kick off this game. I think Apeks, they got a lot of intel early on. The playing towards the fountain, it almost led them astray. But Dennis was just about able to hear them in that connect position. He called for the rotates back, and I think that caught Team Singularity a little bit by surprise. Weren't expecting so many players. They'd already, well, they knew Freddy Frog was behind them. They'd already dealt with Dennis down. They'd already found another kill towards Gay site, so they just weren't expecting a 4th player to be positioned towards A. For Team Singularity, they do go for the force buy here, as you would. 4 Galils, a Deagle. So you could actually argue that that buy is pretty decent against what Apeks are bringing in with Relaxer. Tack down to just 3 HP early on in the round. That scout has already done a little bit of damage. Not enough, though, to find a kill. Not enough to really put Team Singularity in a panic. Just 50 damage onto Larson. And now Dennis and Relaxer, they are tagged down as well. Apeks need to be careful. This sole M4 for Freddy Frog. Probably going to have to do a lot of the heavy lifting here. Well, the 3 MP9s, Relaxer on that scout can maybe try and clean up some of what Relaxer does. As it is going to be a hit towards this B site. Only 1 player in defense right now for this B site. This could be an absolute gem of a round for Team Singularity. That nade does huge damage, but Grasson, he's caught with his pants down. Larson secures that kill. And now, man down Apeks, but look at the damage that's being inflicted. Kreese, they have to tag a couple of them low as well. Iceberg, he's now on 50 points of health, but it is still the man advantage that's going to be Apeks' worst enemy. With the boost up, Larson, he's up on the heaven balcony. He can do some God's work from there unless they spot him out with the boost. Are they actually going to be able to spot him out? I don't think they can from this position. He will take down Iceberg, though, who was on a different kind of boost over towards Monster. And that will equalize the frags, but I think Apeks, they realize the gravity of the situation there, and they realize that it's not going to work out. They do catch Larson trying to peek in through that smoke heaven to chase them down, but he will get caught. And Singularity, they'll survive with 3 players alive. Actually taking down Dennis right at the end there as he tries to scurry away, but Team Singularity, a quick fight back. Puts it at an even keel, 1-1. And now, for the Apeks side, it's Grossan left with just a Deagle. Paris was able to salvage a Galil out of that round, upgrading off the MP9. Then they have the M4 and the Scout saved as well. Dennis, he'll have an MP9 for himself. But for Singularity, the AKs start to ring out across the map. 3 of them alongside those 2 Galils. To relax it. He gets a good shot off, tags down 1, out towards long. Again, it's Larson who fields the brunt of that Scout. But a follow-up from Relaxer. That Scout does pick off an opening. Iceberg down, and now, Team Singularity down a man. We need to try and find a way back into this round. They've got a bit of a hold out towards long, but with 2 players still towards A, and Freddy Frog close by at this long angle, but he could do a lot of damage, and that flashbang is perfect. Dennis, he peeks in, takes down Remoy. I'm not sure how much the flash actually blinded him up there as he was staring at the ground to line up a smoke, I think. Or just do the silent drop, but... well, Relaxer just picks off 1 through the smoke, finishes off what he started, and Apeks a very clean round there. Off the back of that opening kill from Relaxer, the long hit falls flat with Freddy Frog in that close, tight angle. Now for Apeks. They retake the lead here. Singularity, are they going to force buy into this one? No bomb plant in that round means no extra $800, but they are going to go pretty deep into the investment pool here. A few Tech 9s, a Deagle, a CZ, and it's full rifles for Apeks now. They've got on a few upgraded weapons, a couple of those AKs into their hands. Can they make them work? Can they make them sing? It's just the pistol to try and duel them. And initially, it's not going to work out at all for Singularity. And, well, it's not going to work out at all for Singularity to end it off either. As it is going to be another round with all 5 players surviving. Freddy Frog yet to die in this game. He's now 6-0. See if you can continue that. As Singularity, they'll take the eco. They have to. There's not enough cash to go for a force buy or anything really that would put the sweat on for Apeks. This long push should be able to find a couple from Dennis. Nice control of the spray there. Actually gets down 2 with just a few of those bullets. As soon as you sort of get into the round, it's over. Apeks, it was never really going to be a tough round, that one. Mostly just Glocks, a couple Deagles invested into it. But now for Team Singularity, the gun's out, the sun's out, and now it's time to start pulling back some of these rounds. With the 5 AKs on the board, 2 of them actually in Apeks' hands, so he can manage those one-shots as well. I find it funny, Apeks actually only got 1 CT weapon. 4 of them have got the T-sided weapons in the form of those 2 AKs and the 2 Gleals. Sort of shows you how that weaponry on the T side is just better, despite the lower price point that they come with. Obviously, the M4s, they have the higher fire rate, but the one-shot potential of those AKs is what entices most of the pros. What's the point in being able to fire fast if you can hit them with the first bullet anyway? And the flashbang up towards the A site. Freddy Frog, he's able to pick off a very clean first there, looking for a second. How is he able to get away with this? 2 quick kills found for him. Finally, Remoy answers back with something for Singularity, but There's Larsen's nade as well towards that A site. Is he able to get away just about as Dennis tried to hunt him down? Through the wall? How's he got him through the wall? He was low HP, but the AK... I didn't know you could really even bang that well. So he catches Larsen on the escape. The bomb has been retrieved. In Singularity, they have the B site. So now it's Apeks left in a 3-on-2 retake. And they've been pretty handy in these situations. The only round they lost was that 5-on-5, or 5-on-4 rather. Over at this B site. Not caught in the open over by that bridge. Kreese to find him from heaven. And that leaves Remoy now all on his lonesome. 3 players to find. If he could pull this one off, it would be so very, very huge. He's above him. That's an easy kill, but only 3 bullets in the mag. He needs to reload, and they're on the defuse. Dennis, he doesn't have a kit, though. Why is Dennis on the defuse? He might just be able to get it either way. Through the smoke, Remoy tries to spray, but he's not going to be able to find it. Will get taken down, and Dennis... bit of a crazy round. Really not sure why Dennis goes for the stick in the smoke. Didn't have the kit. His teammate does go down. He commits to it, though. Remoy, he can't find the spray. Nice attempt, though. Getting 2 of those players down almost secures the round. But, alas, it's not to be. Team Singularity. I'll have to make do with the AK for Remoy, a few pistols. I'm going to try and make it work, but that's really not going to work. It does allow a trade from his teammates as they push in through Monster. But these rifles for Apeks should be able to manage what's left in this round. And Kreese swinging in from the side. All said and done. 6 on the board for Apeks. A nice start on the CT side. They've got themselves a 5-round lead. Now for Singularity. Runs up once again. Larsen with that AWP. Larsen did have that AWP. Freddy Frog, he's just absolutely annihilated. Unscoped with the AUG. The instant headshot just removes Larsen from the round. Iceberg's going to pick up that weapon himself and get the trade. Freddy Frog out of the round, and he's a key player to remove as well. He's been so influential in these early rounds. You look at the cash for Apeks, and there's just so much in reserve. Dennis with 14k. Freddy Frog with 9.5k. That's before they even get the loss bonus if they do lose this round. Before they get the win reward through, I guess, as well. There's now these 3 AKs, the Mac 10. They're going to pile in towards this B side. Whoever had the most success, and they'll continue that trend here with a nice kill on towards Iceberg. Or towards Grisson from Iceberg, rather. Deploy smokes towards Heaven. One towards Short, just to try and block off their peripheries here. Keep themselves tight in towards this bomb site, and it should be a pretty done deal here. A man down, Apeks for this retake. They're going to go for the boost. Dennis spotted out as he jumps up. Easy for Iceberg to collect that kill. And now they know where both these players are. The shot from Connector, as well as the player boosting Dennis. Know where both those players are positioning. Kreese, he's trying to find an escaping play, but a nice tidy shot from SMF there. A few more of them, and Team Singularity will be very quickly back into this game. Got to plow through a few of these buy rounds, though. And Relaxer very wisely saves the AWP. So that's going to be pretty nice for Apeks to keep that weapon into this next round. It means, obviously, that you don't have to rebuy it. It's 4,500 or 4,750 to be more precise dollars. Less you have to spend. Along with any utility kit, armor, you also don't buy with it. Go for Apeks. Still have a pretty good hole in their economy. Croissant, he's been dying a lot, so he's only got $1,000. The rest of the team in a pretty good position to buy for the next couple rounds. As Relaxer makes good work with that up. Picks off 2 towards Connector. They didn't have a chance, and now Freddy Frog, he makes his mark as well. This is looking like Team Singularity. We're going to miss out on a third with Apeks. Storming to 7 here. I've had so many of these tidy rounds. It's the B site that's been where Apeks have lost these rounds. Maybe for Team Singularity now, the mission is just damage. Renoy is spotted out in towards the connector. At least he's able to switch out from that Mac 10. Gets himself an AK in his hands, and maybe now he can do a bit of damage with that. Never mind, he's instantly removed by Grassan. I mean, I said it was dying a lot, but he's still been fragging. 6 kills for him so far, 5 deaths. I wasn't trying to insinuate that he was doing badly, just that he's been dying more than the rest of his team over on that B site. Has often been solo trying to hold it. And Team Singularity, they've managed to exploit that, but now Grassan might just be able to deal with his final player. Here we go. Larson goes down, and Apeks, another round where they said keep 5 players alive, and that's just going to be that boost to the economy once more. Hardly having to rebuy anything. I mean, the maximum anyone's spent is $1,400. Relaxa didn't spend anything, got those 2 kills with the AWP. Didn't have to buy any utility up. Easy work for Apeks so far. Singularity full buy coming through as the loss bonus stacks up. A nade does a little bit of damage. Now allows the M4s that are in Apex's hands to get that one shot on towards Renoy. Is a little bit of damage towards SMF as well, and he'll now be in one-shot range for those M4s to the head. Try finding space towards his A site, but at the moment just 2 players in position to defend this for Apeks. It's Relaxa with that AWP alongside Freddy Frog, who both have been so sharp this game already. A bit of a threat. All the Team Singularity side. In fact, a lot of these players for Apeks have been looking very sharp as Relaxa picks up the first knot and trying to peek out quick for the trade, switches out to the AWP, will do so. Good work from Singularity, good work from Norton there, to ensure that Apeks don't get away with that man advantage. Grassan. Nice peeking through Monster there. I wonder what the timing was like for that one, because Renoy just starting to push in through that short tunnel. Gets caught out from the back lines, and with Freddy Frog still in position towards A, he's able to quell the threat there, and that now encourages Singularity into this B hit, of which there are still 2 players to defend. Grassan's nade, good bit of damage coming through from that one onto SMF, but now they need to find these kills. 15 seconds on the clock. Not only he's going to trade, but that's not good enough, as it's going to be Apeks 2-8. Very, very strong start from Apeks, as they already have themselves lead for half-time. The best Singularity can hope now for this T side is 7. I think they were trying to go for a bit of a wallbang there, Apeks. Fortunately, Relaxa does not find any damage with it, as it is just the pistols, but Freddy Frog, he's decided to wield an AWP as well, and it's now double AWPs towards A. Interesting, but initially it's going to work out. Get them an advantage, just hope they don't get run down too easily as they do fall back down long. They've got assistance from their teammates moving in with the rifles, but SMF, he'll take down one, quickly traded as they try and look for damage, but it's now all up towards Larson. Very promptly dealt with. So 9 on the board. There were signs that maybe Singularity could find something pretty quick with that one. With the barrel in towards the A site. That kill for SMF, if he'd been able to avoid the shot from the AWP, could have caused havoc in towards the back of the site. But Apeks kept them contained. They kept them like sort of off the site. They didn't give them control of the site, but was coming through. This is a timeout from Singularity, which now does come to an end. And guns up for Singularity. Grassan with the AWP. That was audacious. I'm surprised Grassan was AWPing out towards A. Perhaps the spawn allowing for that, but a 1-for-1 trade. Grossan went down initially. Remoy's been found over towards B, and now Relaxer with the AWP looking for more. Be able to find SMF a second kill for him in the round, but Larson with that AWP as well on the T side, he's found himself a second kill. That's Kreese going down this time. And for the Apeks side, one of the best chances Singularity have now to find a round. It's just Freddy Frog alone towards A. He's got the AK in his hands, traded out at all for the T rifle, and a nice shot from Larson. Very quick to find the jump peak from Freddy Frog as that opens up the A site, gives the Singularity side that man advantage they desperately crave. And now the rotations they need to come in. Dennis, he's going to be working, but he's already been smoked off, and that Molotov isn't going to work. He's going to be burning himself. Toasty feet for Dennis. He's left with just 40 HP. Luckily he doesn't die to his own molly. This nade. Oh, this nade. Go on, Relaxer. There we go. There goes Larson. Love a good nade, me. But as now they try and push through a 2v2. No time towards the truck. Pretty cleanly collects both of them. Relaxer had a chance there with the AWP to go for a cheeky no-scope, but can't quite find it around the edge. So Singularity a third on the board, and now they need to try and find consecutive rounds here. Larson, 2 kills in that one, making it 3 actually with the AWP, I believe. After the initial kill onto Grossani, then found Kreese, and then Freddy Frog. So yeah, 3 kills for him. Singularity, 2-play surviving, not the greatest basis for an economy to build on. Remoy, I'm surprised he doesn't have any utility. He has $1,900. I was expecting to die quickly, but Freddy Frog, he's going to make sure SMF does. Spam through the smoke, catches Singularity player, and an early advantage for Apeks, this time not off the back of an AWP. As they push out towards long, Relaxer might just peek into the crosshairs of Larson, and he will. It's only a tag as it hits the bench, I believe. But there's also another player not far behind. That's Freddy Frog, who does give himself away. And Icebergs, he's able to catch him while he reloads. Relaxer takes a little bit more chip damage from the AK spray, but it's not enough for the kill as Kreese swings out from long and brings it back into an Apeks advantage. One man to the good. Larson out towards long, needs to find Relaxer, but peeking into the crosshair, that's one you're not really going to be able to win. And it's all up towards Notan. 1 versus 4 as he's booked his way through short. Kreese will spot him out. Can't take him down, though. There's one for Notan, and with Relaxer and Grossan both pretty low on HP, there's chance for Notan to find something more out this round. Dennis, he's rotating up from that B side up towards A. Against the AWP. Relaxer's health doesn't really matter. It's a very quick kill. The build-up comes to nothing. And Apeks, they find double digits. Again, limiting Singularity to just these singular rounds on this T side. 2 left to play for. If they can manage a 10-5, there's certainly opportunity on the CT side to pick up an exciting first map. But limited weaponry here. A couple SMGs among the AKs for Singularity do hurt their chances a little bit, unless they go for something quick, get those SMGs up close and maybe try and cause a bit of chaos. But Relaxer, an early frag, instantly traded. Croissant's going to keep Apeks in that advantage. He's the B player, and he's hoping to ensure it stays in Apeks' control. There's a huge shot there. Just a singular tippity tap of that AK silences a Singularity player. And now it's all up towards Iceberg and Larson as those nades come yeeting over. Iceberg takes minimal damage, considering the number of nades that were launched in his position. Down to 67, he's lost a third of his HP. Singularity a 2v4 now. Freddy is still up towards that A site, ensuring that Singularity aren't going to be able to get a cheap plant off of this. Singularity just hoping maybe that Apeks go a little bit aggressive, maybe get hungry for the frags. Right now it's not happening. 40 seconds on the clock. Still time to make mistakes though, and that could be a gift as Grossan slides his aim in towards Larson's cross set. He's going to get picked off, and now just a one-man advantage. Dennis, he does the similar, and Kreese, he's not able to finish off the kill. Larson's left on 2 HP. Finally, Kreese will silence him. A surprised Iceberg didn't try and come in for assistance there. And instead, Iceberg, he's going to be yeeting himself up towards that A site. He's going to be able to get the bomb planted. And Molly to deny a push from Freddy Frog. He's instead just going to wait for his teammate to rotate over. And now this is certainly winnable for Iceberg. This could be a very, very sublime 2v4. But Freddy Frog, he has cognizance of where Iceberg is going to be playing from. Slides in, takes him down. And what could have been for Singularity there. Apeks gifted them a couple cheeky frags. It almost looked like in the 2v2 there was possibility, and especially in the 1v1, or 1v2 rather, with that bomb planted, there was hope. But for Apeks, it's 11 on the board. Burnout at the top of your screen, as very few people would call it. Usually goes the other way, that. Usually people call a burnout an 11. 11's is, I guess. Don't think many people call an 11 a burnout, but the thought was there. I don't have to explain myself. As it is Singularity. One final chance to find a round in this first half. This 4 AKs, a Krieg for Larson. Nice 1-for-1 trade initially. Singularity are able to gain control of Connect this time, and it's Freddy Frog going down. Man who's been putting up numbers for Apeks alongside Relaxer towards the A site. So that's forced a rotation from Apeks. Grease moving up towards that top site to assist the AWP, but Relaxer, he's caught out by SMF's peak. He's going to find himself another kill in the round. Grease, he's going to be able to mop up 2, though, denying every inch of space that Team Singularity just found towards that A side. It's now left in a 2v3. And Dennis surely finds the shot towards Connector. He will do exactly that. Remoy, he's worked his way in towards the B site, but without the bomb, can't plan. Need to try and deal with these last 2 Apeks players because they've got a stranglehold on this bomb. And it's Dennis who finds the final kill. And it's going to be 12 to Apeks at the end of that first half. A very, very strong half coming out from the Swedish side, with Croissant there as a Norwegian as well. We'll just wait for the second half to go live. There's a big lead right now for Apeks. 9 rounds in a row if Team Singularity want to tie it up 12 to 12. And I think it sort of goes without saying here in this first map that if Singularity want to really put this one in contention for themselves, they need this pistol round. They almost found themselves the T-sided pistol round, and that would have just eased off the score a little bit on the back of them. It could have been 4 or 5 on their side of things. But it wasn't to be, and now Team Singularity have a bit of a mountain to climb. But something that's worth noting is the Esea Premier standings currently in this Group A. Team Singularity have played 2 games, haven't been able to pick up either of them, but they've been showing improvements in the couple games they've played. It's a very new roster. This is only their 3rd official played, I believe, now. So definitely every game they get stronger. We'll see if that's the case today. Well, Apeks, they have played 3 games, have won 1 and lost 2. Their win was against Forza, and it could have actually easily been a Forza 2-0. After Apeks lost their map pick 16-4 against Forza, they managed to scurry it away back. And the final side was a 16-14. But Apeks not had the best run either so far in the Esea Premier. And as well, I think I casted Apeks initially on in their opening game, Windstrike versus Apeks, and they lost that one. It could have easily actually been Apeks claiming that 2-0. The initial map, Windstrike's map pick of Overpass, it went to overtime, 22-20, the final score. So Apeks could have easily taken that one. They were in a lot of advantageous positions. They had match point first. I think they actually had like 4 match points in total, or map points rather in total, for that Overpass game. But then they just got blown out by Saw in the follow-up. So mixed results for Apeks. We'll see if they can close out this first map pretty cleanly against Singularity. We'll have to wait and see though. As hopefully kill for Noton is traded out by Freeze. He's going to be able to find more, and these pistols close range, they're just finding everything for the Apeks side. It's left up to SMF, who has a kit and a flashbang, and 4 players. So we're going to be running in towards this B site. SMF, the weight of Singularity on his shoulders for this first map. We'll see if he can do anything with it. He might just elect to save the kit and the flashbang at this point, because 4 players to find, it's pretty much impossible. A very, very strong pistol from Apeks there. Finding a lot of close range duels. Singularity giving up those duels, in fact, as well. In towards Connector, trying to chase those players, trying to cause chaos. But in fact, chaos comes back to bite them. And the Glocks in those close range engagements, they find all the damage needed. Obviously, the one-shots close range of the Glock, he's sort of removing the advantage that the USP has at those longer ranges. The damage fall off for the Glock a bit bigger, so not the one-shots at longer ranges. But SMF, he does find 1 kill as he got chased down. Keeps himself alive, and obviously that means a kit carried into this next round along with a flashbang allows a little bit more for them. It's not exactly going to be lighting up the world here. These 4 Deagles and a Scout. It's coming up against a few AKs, a Galil. Larson trying to find the shot there onto Dennis. Scout not able to connect, but the nade certainly does. 60 done. Or 60 left for Dennis, rather. That nade chunks him down by about 40. Apeks just playing this one pretty slowly right now. They're not giving up any initial frag that can't be untraded. As long as they ensure that these pistols aren't able to get a cheeky frag, maybe get away with a gun, they should be able to tidy up this round. And of course you can see towards Connector, there's 2 of them playing together. The bomb looks like it's going to head over towards the site. And it's actually dropping it. The backside of Connector will be Relaxer to pick it up and rejoin with his teammates, but are pushing towards short, finding a little bit of intel for Team Singularity. Not sure how many players they actually spotted out, but Kreese, he's going to take down Nocturne. That's the opening kill now, and they should be able to crunch in towards this A site off the back of that with Freddy's SMG, close range finding SMF, leaves just Remo at the back of the site who can't find anything. And it's pretty quickly shut down. Larson Scout. There's 4 very tagged players in front of him. He's already found a headshot with that Scout, gets a kill from it. But I'm not sure he knows how much damage has actually been done to these T players. I'm not sure where most of the damage came from. Perhaps utility. I don't think Larson has much chance of getting out of here with this weapon. But he's already pushed out towards long. Scout in hand, or SMG in hand. Hoping to find him. And with no armor, Larson really can't take any damage here. The aim punch is just going to absolutely wreck him with Dennis crawling in towards the party. Probably finds Larson here. But actually survives for just a little bit longer until Freddy Frog wraps in. Take him down. So no Scout for Larson, no saved weapons for Singularity, nothing saved at all as all 5 of them go down. Just a single kill found, and Apeks sitting 1 away from map point here. And this is Singularity's map pick as well, so time's not looking good for the Danes, but we'll see if they can maybe find something interesting here. 4 stack, looking like they want to push in towards mid. Larson, flashbang and a HE for him to utilize to flash his teammates in towards the position, and it could be an absolute bloodbath with the amount of Apeks players that are there. Team Singularity. I think they were just actually waiting to see if there was any noise from Apeks in that position. Nothing given up, so they back away. They're going to gamble now on the B site, just as Apeks start to make inroads towards A. So, look at the draw. for the Singularity side here. But there may still be chance for a couple bits of damage coming their way. Need towards connect, I think, just to open that door up. Hopefully do a bit of damage. Doesn't do any sort of damage, despite there being a player nearby. Freddy Frog was inside, so he's safe from the damage. He doesn't need to worry about that, and Apeks just making sure they aren't going to drop this round. 35 seconds, thereabouts on the clock now. And Team Singularity again going to rotate, this time up towards the A site, and this could be the $1 million call here. As a push from Apeks starts to come through. It's, well, I mean, they got the call right. They found a kill from it, but a lot of kills from the Apeks side shut it all down. And it is going to be 15 on the board. This would have to be a 12-round comeback now. I don't know about you, but I do not fancy Singularity's chances for a 12-round comeback. We'll see what they can manage, though, as it's, you never know. Guns out for them, plenty of utility, no kit, though. Could be an issue. Larson with the AWP, hoping to maybe find an opening. Instead, he's dead straight away. Minute 40 on the clock and he was already dead. Laxler wants to pick him off, and now Remoite's pushing through a smoke. Was plays blind on the other side, but they're dead either way. And for Team Singularity, it's gone bad to worse here. They tried some aggression to try and retake back this round, but players on the other side of that smoke, blinded, still find the shots. And SMF, he is completely blind from that. No chance of finding the kill. Tries to turn away, and then he just blinds down at a wall. And it's going to be 16-3 for Apeks as they find Overpass and secure themselves Singularity's map pick, as well as a 1-0 lead in this series. We'll be back in a few moments with the second map. It is going to be the Apeks map pick of Vertigo. I've not casted Vertigo for a while, so I'm excited to see that one. Hopefully you are as well. Let's see if Singularity can bounce back on the second map and maybe take us to a decider of Inferno. So don't go anywhere.